Hypocrites, hypocrites, come out and play. That shit's funny to me. What's good, people? What's going on? What's happening? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, man, it's been a while. People, it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. All right, so it's been a while, man. I haven't made corporate cocksuckers, pussies bleed in a while, but I think today is the day, man. We back. We back. Playing too many games. Goddamn, what are you doing playing all these fucking games? Nah. Get back to making these motherfucking pussies bleed. All right, so we all know, we all seen the reveal of Destiny 2, which looks like the same exact fucking game. Like, for real, for real. I know people say this shit all the time when there's a sequel or something like that, and we complain about how it looks exactly like the previous game. But when it comes to this game right here, yo, real talk. If you showed me that gameplay and was like, yeah, this is DLC for Destiny, I would have never known that it was actually the sequel. Like, that's real rap. Maybe I'm just that out of touch with motherfucking Destiny. But, yo, it looked like the same fucking shit, dog. Like, I don't have an ounce of fucking hype for this game. You know what I'm saying? I'll check it out when it drops, but I can care less. I mean, I might not even do that. You know what I mean? I might not even do that because this game looks exactly the same. And I didn't like the first Destiny. I beat it, didn't like it. So, yeah, shit crazy. So, you know, of course, everybody wanted to know, was this going to be in 60 frames per second? And I think it has been all but confirmed that it will only be in 30 frames per second. And of course, the X-Fags are upset about that. Oh my, the hypocrites! Now that the shoe is on the other foot, now the X-Fags see how it feels when people had the same problem with the PlayStation 4. You know, now they see how it feels with PC gamers when it comes to this parody bullshit. Now they running around crying. Yo, I even seen the X-Fag. I was watching this X-Fag video, right? This motherfucker went on, the damage control is crazy. The damage control is crazy. This motherfucker had the nerve to say that the Elite controller is more of an advantage than 60 frames per second, than an extra 30. He basically was saying like, hey, the Elite controller is where it's at. Fuck the extra 30 frames. Go ahead and get you an Elite controller. Like, there ain't a lot of X-Fags out here playing with an Elite controller, and they are still garbage. You understand? They are still garbage. Now, let's talk about this real quick, man. See, this is what's funny. Now, they on Twitter, they crying, they hitting up Mike Ybarra, whatever his fucking name is. He's making tweets saying that it's up to the developer. Shit that we've been heard. We heard it with the goddamn Pro, and we're hearing it now. It's up to the developers on how they want to use the power. Here's the thing, people. Destiny 2 is going to be available on the Xbox One. It's going to be available on the Scorpio, the Pro, and the PS4. But this is the thing. The online is not going to be separate between each of the consoles in their mid-gen refresh. The online is not going to be separate. So Xbox Scorpio gamers or people that go out and buy Xbox Scorpio, you're going to be playing with people that still got an Xbox One S and people that still got an Xbox One OG edition. You're still going to be playing with these people. So, with that being said, Bungie is not going to give you an advantage because that's what you will have if you are able to play at 60 frames per second on a Scorpio while everybody else is playing at fucking 30. Same thing with the PlayStation 4 Pro and the regular PS4. They are not going to give you an advantage because you went out and spent a whole lot of money for a bullshit-ass upgrade. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Now, maybe they might do single player 60 or something like that. Maybe. But at the end of the day, who even knows if they can actually even get it to run at 60 frames per second and still have the graphic fidelity that they are aiming for? Who the fuck knows? But they're not going to give Scorpio owners or Pro owners a fucking advantage over people that are still on the regular PlayStation and the regular Xbox One S or the OG Xbox. They're not going to do it. This is why you get 30 frames per second across the fucking board. They want to keep it fair. They want people to play their fucking game. So if they got people that's on the Xbox One and they're getting fucking demolished because you got people on the Scorpio that got that extra 30 frames, which definitely makes a fucking difference. It ain't about the resolution, but that them frames per second make a difference. This is why a lot of PC Pro players, they play games at the lowest settings. They turn all the settings down as low as they can possibly go just so they can get as many frames as they can possibly get, because the frames definitely makes a difference. Not a goddamn elite controller. Not an elite controller. That does not make the difference. The frames do. So they are not giving you an advantage because you went out and got a fucking Scorpio or a goddamn Pro. It's not happening. So guess what? 30 frames per second across the board. And we had this discussion before when everybody was hype about these new mid-gen upgrades. People were hyped and people didn't realize that the current consoles are going to continue to sell more and they're going to continue to hold back these mid-gen refreshes because they want to keep everything even. Microsoft already told y'all that they're not leaving nobody behind. They're not leaving nobody behind. So therefore, just because you got a Scorpio or Scorpio, whatever the fuck you call that shit, you ain't getting no special treatment. You're going to get some 4K shit, sparse rendering, some native 4K, but that's about it because resolution doesn't matter. Resolution doesn't make you a better fucking player. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got pro PC players that play at the lowest fucking settings that they can possibly play at so they can get the most out of the frame rate. You dig what I'm saying? So the resolution doesn't matter. They'll give you that. You'll get your 4K or your sparse rendering on the Scorpio and all of that shit over the 1S and the OG Xbox. But as far as them frames go, nah, they're not going to have that divide for online. They're not going to give you that advantage. So it's going to be 30 across the fucking board. It's just something you got to deal with. This ain't the only game that's going to fucking do this. You know what I mean? This is going to happen a lot. It's going to happen over and over. And another thing, Sony has all the marketing for this shit. So they definitely, it's not going to make the other console better than the console that has all the marketing. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Why would they do something like that? I'm quite sure Sony is not going to allow something like that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think so. So, come on, people. Deal with it. This is something you got to deal with. This is something that you should already know when you go ahead and get these new consoles. This is something that you should already fucking know. It's going to happen again and again. We're talking about multiplayer here. They're not going to give you an advantage because you went out and spent the most goddamn money. That's not how it works. So the first game was 30. They ain't going to have no problem making this game 30. And the people that actually like Destiny and the people that actually play Destiny, they've been playing 30 all this long. They're going to go out and buy it anyway. So at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. Y'all can run around, kick up all this goddamn dust. You're getting 30 frames, motherfucker, unless Bungie decides to change it, and then they're going to have a lot of people complaining that they're getting mopped online, and they're going to immediately blame it on the Scorpio owners having 30 extra frames. You already know it's coming. Bungie already know the backlash that they would get. People going to be getting mopped, and they're not going to be like blaming it on their skill. Like, I lost because I'm just not that good of a player. No, they're going to be like, nah, the reason why I lost is because you got 60 frames and I got 30 frames. And it's going to be a whole bunch of bullshit. Forums going to be lighting up. Twitter going to be lighting up. YouTube videos gonna be lighting up. People gonna be complaining, oh, I'm getting penalized online because I ain't spend the most money. Oh, this shit is pay to win, pay to win. It's gonna be so much bullshit, and Bungie is not trying to deal with that. So guess what? 30 frames per second across the motherfucking board. That's what it's gonna be. You're gonna have to just deal with that shit. If you got a real problem with it, if it's really a problem, you already know where you can go. They got a platform for you if you would like to play at 60 frames per second, native 4K, 5K. They got a platform for you. It's called PC. So if you really care about motherfucking frames and resolution and things like that, you would get yourself a PC. Other than that, I guess you really don't care. I guess you really don't care. Bungie is not about to take all that backlash that they're going to get. So therefore, they just make it 30 across the board, even for everybody, whatever. You can, these goddamn Phil Spencer, Mike, you borrow whatever his fucking name is, and go on Twitter 1,000 times. It's up to the developers. It's up to the developers. Yep, it's up to them. And they say 30 across the board. We're going to keep this shit even. We're not giving nobody an advantage. And that's that. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. Now, when it comes to Xbox exclusive, we'll see how they go. We'll even see how they do. We're going to see how they take this when it comes to online gaming. We're going to see what happens with the next Gears of War. Are they going to, well, Gears is 60, right? Yeah, it's Gears is 60 on the regular Xbox One S. So what other game they got? Halo was 62. They cut a lot of corners. So, yeah, it's possible that Xbox One games will still be 60. Well, they can actually get them 60 all across the board, so it wouldn't be a problem. Yep. And just like we said before, too, I just thought of this, that most of the complaining is going to come from third party because, of course, Microsoft's going to make sure that their games take advantage of the Scorpio, but these third party developers, they don't really have to. So they probably won't. And we already seen this happening between the regular Xbox One and the regular PS4. So it's probably going to continue, people. And they're definitely not going to show favoritism to the fucking to the machine that's getting stomped into the goddamn ground. You know, Xbox is